where wilderness listens, and the island that watches by Peace Love Sunshine. Isle Royale is a biosphere reserve, a living study in balance and belonging. Tucked deep within the cold waters of Lake Superior lies a rugged island with no roads, no towns, and no permanent residents. Known to the Ojibwe people as Minong, the good place, and to mapmakers as Isle Royale, this isolated wilderness feels like it belongs to another time entirely. But despite its remoteness, Isle Royale plays a quiet, vital role in the global conversation about how humans and nature coexist. In 1980, Isle Royale was designated a UNESCO International Biosphere Reserve. At first glance, it might seem like the kind of place that doesn't need saving, protected as a national park, surrounded by cold, isolating water, and mostly left alone. But the story of Isle Royale is more than that. It's not just a preserved place, it's a living experiment, a natural classroom, and a cultural time capsule. What makes a biosphere reserve special is not just the landscape, it's the relationship between life and place, and how humans fit into that balance. Isle Royale shows us that relationship at work. At its heart is the long-standing wolf and moose study, begun in 1958 and still ongoing, the longest-running predator-prey research project in the world. Here, wolves and moose aren't just animals, they are teachers. They show us how populations rise and fall, how ecosystems stretch and recover, and what happens when isolation and inbreeding take their toll. It's one of the only places on Earth where these large mammals can be studied in a mostly closed system, an ecological stage set by nature, not human intervention. When the wolf population crashed to just 2 individuals by the 2010s, the island offered a warning. When new wolves were reintroduced in the following years, it became a test of restoration. Through it all, the island listened and responded, showing us not just survival but resilience. Though it feels untouched, Isle Royale has always been shaped by people. The Ojibwe people once came seasonally to fish, hunt, and gather copper, leaving behind stories and tools, but no scars. Later, French explorers claimed the island as Isle Royale, and 19th century Americans mined it for copper in one of the first industrial efforts on U.S. soil. Families fished its waters, built cabins, ran small resorts. But the wilderness pushed back. Life here was hard, and the land never let go of its wildness. Today, remnants of that human history remain. Old fish houses, mine shafts, and cabins granted life leases before the park was formalized in 1940. UNESCO's designation doesn't erase this past, it honors it. A biosphere reserve isn't just about keeping people out. It's about learning how people and ecosystems shape one another. UNESCO's Biosphere Reserve model uses 3 zones to organize the balance between protection, use, and learning. Isle Royale fits this model almost effortlessly. The core of the island is a sanctuary, no motors, no permanent structures, no development. Here, wilderness rules. The buffer zones include hiking trails, scientific research sites, and designated campgrounds, areas where humans tread lightly and intentionally. The transition zones, like Rock Harbor and Wendigo, allow limited infrastructure. Ferry docks, ranger stations, educational programs, and the few remaining cabins. These are spaces of human learning, not dominance. It's a place where zoning isn't just a policy, it's a philosophy. Every inch of Isle Royale teaches us how to live with limits, how to respect natural rhythms, and how to participate without overtaking. Isle Royale may be isolated, but its lessons are not. What happens when climate change shifts the balance? When invasive species arrive hidden in the boots of well-meaning hikers? When fish populations collapse or fires creep closer to northern latitudes? On Isle Royale, we get to study those questions early in a contained and observable way. That's why biosphere reserves matter. They aren't just pretty places. They're blueprints, quiet, resilient maps for how we might live differently. They protect biodiversity not just with fences and signs, but with knowledge, humility, and vision. Isle Royale doesn't ask for much. It isn't easy to get to, and it doesn't offer Wi-Fi or highways or anything that wants to be rushed. But it offers something else, clarity. A way of seeing what the world could look like when we stop trying to extract and start trying to understand. In the cold wind, the haunting call of a loon, or the quiet footprint of a moose in the trail dust, the island offers a kind of wisdom that can't be downloaded. It has to be felt. This is what a biosphere reserve protects, not just nature, but possibility. Thank you for watching. Please hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet.